An opening statement from Coach, and we'll take questions.
Oh man, I first and foremost I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. Hope you have a great holiday, and kudos to Fordham, our facility, Steve, and everybody involved. Ed Cole, all of those who hosted this event. It was absolutely fantastic, man. I think it was the first ever multi-team event, at least here at Fordham, and in honor of an unbelievable New York City legend. And I couldn't agree more with the folks from the other night who said he should be in the Hall of Fame, and Tompachowski. So just an honor to host the event. We want to thank, Illinois, Chicago, Stonehill, and Holy Cross. Sorry about that. For all participating, it was a fantastic 4 days. So appreciate their efforts in being a part of it. As far as tonight, man, you got to give kudos to them, man. They got a great team, an older team. They continued to battle for 40 minutes. That we knew it was going to be difficult. 3 games in 4 days, and the way that our guys play, how hard we play, including this one right here. We get after you a little bit. So to play 3 games in 4 days and to try to keep up the energy and the effort that we hold our guys accountable for, it's difficult. And it wasn't the prettiest win tonight, but the bottom line is they got it done. So really proud of our guys for the fight. And, we talk about not letting making or missing shots dictate our effort, and I think we did that tonight. Specifically in the last 7 or 8 minutes, I thought we bared down and got some stops defensively, which was key.
Darius,
Darius, you guys moved the ball like crazy tonight. 21 team assists. Always finding an open man. And Trell had some great passes. How comfortable are you guys with each other? Just getting the ball and opening the floor.
I think it just starts with our chemistry. We really care about each other. That's the biggest thing. If you care about each other off the court, it'll show on the court. And I think we don't care who scores the points. We don't care who gets the assists. We're just trying to win. And I think that's shown on the court. That's why we're having some success early this season. But I think our chemistry is really the biggest piece.
You guys were a lot quicker to shoot the ball tonight. What about Stonehill was different than the first 2 schools you played that made you guys a bit more comfortable to shoot a lot of threes?
I feel like they were kind of playing offense, kind of playing back a little bit, trying to pack it in on the defensive end. It was on the scout, so I think that's their defense, and then they went in zone. So we kind of got stagnant and started shooting a little too much sometimes, but once we started driving the ball in the paint and finding people down low, that's when we started finding our success in that zone.
What do you guys think Khalid brings to the team that you guys didn't have last year?
You know what? I think he brings some versatility at his size. We've talked about him before. Chuba was absolutely fantastic, 21 double-doubles, but he was more of a post presence. Khalid can do a little bit of everything, right? He can put it on the floor. He can knock down some threes, right? His pace is really impressive, and he's able to switch 1 through 5, and he was hurt tonight. He got banged up a little bit with his hip, and he still battled through, and quite honestly, I had no idea he had 24 points. It was a quiet 24, but, that's pretty impressive.
For Darius, how much pride do you take in your ability, even if you don't score the basketball maybe as well as other nights, but to still contribute other ways, whether it be passing or rebounding, just finding a way to be versatile? How much pride do you take in that?
A lot. My dad always told me, and Coach Urgo harps on me every day about being just a big-time player and an everyday guy. So that means to me affecting a game in multiple ways. If you're not scoring the ball, you can still be a leader, talk to your guys, get guys going with assists or rebound the ball, which I tried to do the other night and this night a little bit. So just trying to affect the games in multiple ways other than just scoring the ball.
This was Khalid's first game where he scored over 20 points in his career. Is that something that, when your teammates have moments like that, is that something you guys like to celebrate together?
Absolutely. I told him, when we were here together, his role's bigger here. And I told him I believe in him. And yesterday he was kind of slacking, but we told him today we're going to need you. We're going to need you a lot. And he showed up for us, and I think that's big for us, and he's going to have to keep showing up for us day in and day out because we're going to need him. And his role is bigger here than it was at Georgia Tech, and now you're seeing on the stat sheet why.
Coach, just what does it say about your team? Obviously you mentioned how Stonehill's a tough team, really fought back in this game a number of times. What does it say, especially in a back-to-back, your ability of the group to just continue fighting off Stonehill and eventually obviously win this game?
Yeah, I think that's a testament to, our experience. We got 5 guys who played a lot of basketball, as well as our depth. We're a little banged up right now. We got a bunch of injuries and the guys nicked up, so the next couple of days will be crucial for us to get healthy again. But it definitely shows our grit and our toughness. We hang our hat on being the best defensive team that we could possibly be. I think we got better tonight, and that's our focus. So, for us, that's the goal every day is just to continue to get better. And, with guys like this leading the way and buying into what we're trying to create here, it makes it a lot easier.
We've seen a lot of Will Richardson, a little Ramadi. What have you thought of the way the freshman class has come along?
Yeah, you know what? A couple of them are banged up. Ramon's banged up. He tried to fight through an injury the last 2 days, but he was struggling through it. So, but he'll get healthy over the next couple of days. Will is just continuing to get better, and his role is going to continue to increase. I thought he had a huge 3 for us when we were struggling offensively. He comes in and he bangs a 3 for us. He's shooting the ball much better than he was early on. So, for him, it's just like any other freshman. The more time they get, the more experience they get, the more comfortable they are, and he's going to be that way for us. I think he brings in another dynamic. When we take Kyle out, he picks up 94 feet, his cat-like reflexes. He can press up on you a little bit, and he's getting tougher. So I'm really pleased with his development up to this point.
Take one more question, if there is one.
Defensively against Holy Cross last night, it seemed like you guys were running like a bit more of a traditional zone. Like Abdu was really staying in the paint, had trouble guarding the perimeter. You guys were really making a lot of switches tonight. So defensively, what was different about this Stonehill team?
Well, we played a little bit different. Obviously, we played more man-to-man tonight. Switching 1 through 4, keeping our 5 men on the kid Sims. He's really tough, really crafty. So we wanted to keep our bigs on him as much as we could, and try to affect him and wear him down just with our size and our length. He loves to shot fake. So with our bigs, we didn't necessarily need to contest leaving our feet. We just needed to wall up. So it was a great suggestion by our staff, just keeping our bigs on him and trying to wear him down and make everything difficult for him. You saw he had to bring the ball up, and I don't know if he necessarily does that on a regular basis. So I think the goal was to play 40 minutes and tire him out, and that's what we did.
Coach, just before we go, everybody seems to have a memory of Tompachowski from the recruiting trail somewhere along the lines. Do you have any memories of your first impression with Tom?
Oh, no doubt. When I was I used to be a 5-star camper, and it didn't matter how talented you were. He tried to make sure that you felt like he was going to put you on his report, right? So every camper, he would make sure he shook their hand, looked them in the eye, remembered their name. The problem was whenever he shook your hand, he tried to break it and bring it to his knees. It was the strongest handshake on the planet. And so I was blessed. And then I continued to get to know him over the course of my playing and coaching career. So, he was a legend to me. He cared about the game. He cared about kids. And he tried to do everything in his power to help anyone he could. And to me, that's what life's about. So.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.